politics is playing a role in this so that it's quite different, probably something different from what we saw the previous electoral cycle?
Thank you very much, Indimuli, and good morning, Kenya. I think to a large extent, the national politics, national level politics will play a major role in the election of the sitting MPs. There have been a few issues that are important to focus on. One of them is the widespread misinformation that has been taken as gospel truth by Kenyans. You can have a very good track record of development, but then it is demystified, and then other things are picked from the little that probably you haven't done, or the corners that you have not focused on. Then they are blown out of proportion, and people are given the wrong narrative, and they believe the wrong story. I'll pick a very specific example in my constituency now that you mentioned. There is a school called Kiare Primary School. Kiare Primary and Junior School is one of the schools that I focused on. The previous member of parliament had done a class in that school. The community had done several classes. I think they had done around 4 or 5. Indeed, 1, that is 6. And then they needed 2 classes to be able to have 8 permanent classes. And these 2 classes were somewhere the school was running. So there's a wooden block, wooden 2 classes that they came and they approached us and told us, if you can give us 2 classes, then we knock out this wooden structure, we'll be able to do a good job. And we actually gave them a class in 2017-18 and 2019-20. So we finished and we agreed now, please get rid of this structure. And then the county government also did the unit for Secretary. So the school is completely done. But the structure was not removed.
The wooden structure was...
The wooden structure was not removed. There is this teacher who has just decided to become a content creator. A lady teacher, I don't remember the name, who has decided to be a content creator in that school. And then she has decided to, somehow she has agreed with the school management to take a few kids into that class and then record herself and try to configure. And she's even fundraising. I think it's a wrong approach, and I don't know whether it's ethically correct. I've actually questioned already the sub-county director of education is going there this morning to exactly establish. And we've gone there and we wondered whether it is the carry that we know, because I saw it and I saw it spreading in social media. I have a daughter in London who wrote and asked, Dad, why are you all over?
What are you doing?
What is happening? What is this you're being associated with? It's not true. Okay. People are really misinforming others. The other issue that will play a role is the deliberate demystification of work done. Like in my constituency, I can say one thing that somebody can really major on is roads. Tarmac road construction has not been really major. We have 2 roads, say 3, that have been promised and they have not been delivered. At least 2 of them are now contracted. I am clearly aware that the contractors should be going to site this month. By the middle of this month, they shouldn't be on site because they have been given commencement on that too, which was signed on the 21st of last month. But there is one which has not found itself in the advertisement. So it will still play a role. So this particular round has raised so much emotion that even some preachers, it becomes part of the sermon. And sometimes they even forget they are preaching, they even start insulting people within the preaching itself, within the delivery of. So this is not, there is a lot of emotion out there. The other issue that will play a role is the issue of 1 term, 2 term, government versus non-government, and government versus opposition. It will play a role, especially in Mount Kenya, because we support government, because we believe we should be in the government so that we can be able to deliver our election promises. And some other people believe they should not be in government because they shouldn't actually be in the opposition. And if you look at who is outside government in Mount Kenya, it is those people who have been sacked from the government because they were initially in the government.
Some of them cabinet members.
Some of them are cabinet members, like in my in my county, there's a cabinet member who was sacked out of failures, out of incompetence, out of lack of delivery. And now he wants to turn the entire community against the government because of his own failure. And we want to tell the Meru, I think it is important for the Meru to know that when people are elected, appointed into position, they are appointed as individuals. They may come from the region. But when you are removed from a position, because of your failures, we should not really get the community. And now this member of parliament goes around saying, I mean, this former cabinet secretary goes around saying that the members of parliament are cowards from Meru, they are all very useless, they cannot do anything. We are called cowards because we have not rallied behind him. Mm-hmm. We have not stood into the nonsense of saying now this person should be returned to cabinet because of his own failures. Mm-hmm. So I think some of these narratives are going to play a role to those who may not have been reached by the actual truth.
All right.
And they might make decisions that are not very correct. The other issue that will play a role is the blame game. There's a lot of blame game. You have been associating with so-and-so, and you are now not good enough. We are trying to tell our people clearly, and we've gone around to tell them, we have a government. We actually elected the government, and we are the government. Since we are the government should be given an opportunity to deliver, and it's delivering. So on the day of election, or rather our narrative towards election, should be shaped by have state delivered, as a government delivered, have I delivered as a member of parliament?
Yes.
So if that is not the issue, if people just want to elect to get rid of you for the sake of getting you out of the way, then that is the wrong interpretation of politics.
And I'll be engaging Wakili shortly to see, because even away from politics, there's a new discussion that has come up where people are really looking at the kind of development record every member of parliament has. Have you put Cabro on this